Hi, welcome to live stream Yoga with Louise. Tips and cues to keep you safe and strong on the mat. Today we are going to be ratcheting things up with a standing series, playing high to the mat, and we are going to be transitioning between the right and the left side of the body using sun salutation A as our transition between the two sides. As always, play when you're comfortable, modify when you need to, rest when you need to. You ready? Let's hit the mat. We're going to sit up at the top end of the mat. We're going to bring some lunge step back. And we're going to start running through our first sun salutation transition. Alright, standing up nice and tall with your feet comfortably in some seating, stacking underneath your hips. Start to look for a reaching through the feet, squeezing through the inner thighs, tilt to the tall top position, a beautiful lengthening through your spine and your belly as you bring your hands to heart center in front of your heart. Standing up nice and tall in Tadasana, take a big breath in as you float the hands overhead, coming into the standing back bend. Exhale to fold forward, bend through the knees on the first one if you need to, exhale on the side. Find a soft forward fold, holding, maybe hands on floor, maybe hands on legs, keep the knees bent if you need to. And then lunge, step back on the right, replicate on the left. Find a plank line, nice and strong. Bend through the knees, work a modified chaturanga by having your elbows in towards the ribs, coming onto the belly, leading up into a cobra line with your chest peeled up off the mat, bottom rib connected. Stay here, and push and extend through the arms, coming into a full up dog, balancing on the tops of your feet and then with your palms and your hands. Then tuck the toes under, find your way into a walking down dog. Pause, try to hold your down dog. Step up the right leg, and then the left, coming back into your parallel stance, ragdoll up, back to your start position, hands to heart center. Take a big breath in, and from this stance, we're going to step back into a warrior one, lifting with the right leg in front. Floating both hands overhead, you're going to lunge, step back, hanging in that back foot at 45. Wiggling out your front foot and trying to settle into your warrior one frame. Make sure that that back leg is angled in slightly and that you're getting a beautiful anchor through that back leg. Pause here, looking for strength in Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Keeping the hands overhead if you can, you're going to sweep into a warrior 3 balance, coming into the tabletop position, trying to keep your arms long and reaching, with your hips and your shoulders as squared to the floor as you can. Hold your balance for a few moments. And then keep rooting through that right foot as you find your way into a mid-tree line, bending your left leg, placing the sole of the foot on the inseam of your right leg. Let's play low, below the knee line, and maybe bring the hands to a twisted line behind your back, holding Virabhadrasana, tree. Look for stillness, look for control. Then step the feet back into parallel, bring your hands to prayer, and run through sun salutation as you transition. Big breath in, find a standing back in. Exhale to fold forward. Hold the fold, bending your knees if you need to. Pause. Step your left leg back and your right. Finding your way into a nice strong plank. Bend the knees, relax your shins and feet, chaturanga down, hugging the elbows in, bring it up into your cobra, pause, stay or press through the palms, extend through the arms, coming into an up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, then tuck the toes under, find your down dog, take it for a walk. Hold your down dog frame. You can put an almost triangular frame between the arms and the legs. Step up the left leg, then the right, healing all the way back up to the start position, hands to heart. Let's find a warrior one on side 2. Step the right leg back, hanging in your foot at 45, float the arms up overhead, and settle into your warrior one frame. Arms spreading your ears on either side, making sure the weight is distributed equally between your front and your back leg. Look for that strength, look for that control within your modified left arm. Then trying to keep the hands overhead or sweeping them behind you, you're going to find your way into warrior two. You can take a stutter on the mat with your foot if you need to find your balance. Try to even out the weight on both sides of the spine so it feels like you're not dipping lower on either the hip or the shoulder. Transition into a tree. Bending your right leg, placing the sole of the foot on the inseam of the left leg, and maybe giving a twisted line, or maybe just sweeping the arms behind you. If you limited the rotation through the shoulder, maybe just keeping a long reaching arm line. Step your feet back into parallel, find your way back to heart center for a salutation. Big breath in, find your back in. Exhale to fold forward and pause in the fold. Step back your right leg and your leg. Bend your knees. Chaturanga down onto the belly. Lead up into your cobra. Begin to transition into your up dog. Find your down dog. Take it just for one or two pedals, one and hold. Step up the leg one at a time, finding your way back into the feet up, hands to heart center. We're going to think about warrior one line, and this time we're going to try to find a triangle with it. So playing with the right leg in front of you. You're going to take a warrior one line step back, anchoring your head back foot at 45, straighten up the lead leg, extend the arms out, getting a soft T-like play. The thing something is pulling you forward. Start to hinge forward, maybe tapping hands to shift, or placing the arm on the inseam of your leg, maybe back of the hand, pressing against the leg. Maybe you've got fingertips to floor, maybe you've got palm to floor. Try to really rotate on the top hip, stepping it over the hip. Keep your triangle open, Uti Konasana, or begin to extend the top arm, bringing closer towards your ear, and look for that delicious stretch on the back hip to the tips of your fingers on that top arm. Stay here in your extended triangle or begin to rotate through the trunk, crossing over the midline to hook to the outside of your lead leg. When you look at Trikonasana, maybe you're just holding onto the shin of the thigh. Maybe you've got your fingertips or your palm on the floor behind your lead leg. You could even put a block behind your lead leg to support your foot. Hold that rotation through the triangle. And then seamlessly start to lead your way back to your start position and push up to the top end of the mat. Hand to heart center and flow to the salutation. Take a little back in. Exhale to fold forward. Step back your left leg, and then your right. Now your back. Relax the knees and the shins to the floor. Bend your elbows, chaturanga down. Find cobra. Lead into up dog. Transition into a small little walking dog. And hold it through. Step up left and then right, finding your way to the top of the mat. Grab or peel back up to your start position, hands to heart center. I think I'm finding that triangle on the left. So step back the right leg, set up your warrior one right line, opening up your arms into T. Straighten up both legs, so you're pulling up from the kneecaps along the top. You're going to reach forward, maybe taking the shin away, or maybe trying to find purchase on the inside of your lead leg as you open up your triangle, focusing on rotating through that top hip and trying to stack it on the bottom hip. Maybe begin to transition and bring that top arm closer to your ear. Look for the stretch from the hip to the fingertips on the lead arm. And then maybe start to with the rotation, coming across the midline, trying to hook or find perches on the outside of your leg there. Then seamlessly start to bleed your way back to your start position. Step up to the top of the mat, hands to heart center, find your way into the salutation. Big breath in, take a standing back in. Exhale to fold forward and forward. Step back the right leg and the left, find your plank. Relax with the knees, the shins and the feet. Work a modified chaturanga. Find cobra. Breathe into up dog, and this time press onto the tops of your feet as you come into a down dog. And tuck your toes under that and hold the full expression of the down dog. Adho Mukha, Shavasana. Step up one leg at a time, finding your way to the top of the mat. Bleed up, back dog style, hands to heart center. Laying on the right, you're going to find your way into a warrior two. So big lunge, step back, opening up the back leg to 90 and opening up those arms nice and wide into a T-like where start to maybe wiggle the lead leg away and try to drop a bit lower through the pelvis. Tap the ball in front, tap the ball behind you. Watch that you're not leaning into the front leg, so keep the weight distribution equal on the front of the back leg. Start to bend your knee over. Start to drop a little bit lower, and your lungs from modified side angle. Not collapsing onto that side, but rather softly pushing away with your forearm. Stay here, or come into an open side angle, but bringing that lead arm down, using it as a splint on the inside of your lead leg, pressing with the back of your arm, resisting with the leg. Stay here, or maybe you want to come into a bind. By relaxing the bottom arm, feeding it between the legs. Bring both hands behind your back, trying to come into a little bear grip with the hands behind your back. Stay here in your bound side angle or your open side angle. If you want to challenge balance and work the legs a little harder, you can find your way into the paradise. Keeping the hands down, you're going to start heel toe working the back leg. Stopping when that foot stuck underneath your hip. Transfer the weight from the front leg to the back leg, and then slowly start to peel up. So you can hold your balance first, and then once you've found it, see if you can maybe extend the leg that you're binding underneath. Then unwrap yourself wherever you were, find your way back to the front of the mat, taking a step up for a salutation. Big breath in, giving a standing back leg. Exhale to fold forward. Look at one more stretch up the back chain of your legs. Step back left and then right. Find your plank, hold steady. Relax the knees, the shins and the feet to the mat. Chaturanga down. Lean into a cobra line, Janasana. Then find your up dog, Urdhva Mukha, Svanasana. Hike up to your bum. Try to keep that stretch on the tops of the feet for a second or two before tucking the toes under and easing into down dog. Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Step up the left leg, and in the right. Legs on up, hands to heart center. Let's play with that warrior two on the second side. Big lunge, step back and open up that arm front and back into a T-like frame. Make sure the back foot is open at 90 so that you've got a nice beautiful opening to the hips. Watch that you're not dropping that back arm. Reach for the wall behind you, reach for the wall in front. Then see if you can drop down a little bit lower to the pelvis. Start to relax your lead elbow coming into the side angle without leaning in, so you're still pushing away from the knee side. Stay here, elbow to thigh, or maybe drop lower to the mat, trying to use your lead arm as a splint on the inside of the lead leg. Pelvis nice and low to the floor. Bind if you like. Starting to relax the bottom elbow and shoulder. Tuck between the two legs. See if you can bring the hands together behind your back. Maybe you'd like to stay here in your low bind or your open mat. side angle. Maybe start to prepare for bird paradise by walking that back leg in, stopping when the foot stacks underneath the hip. Transfer the weight from the front leg to the back leg. Heel up slowly, find your balance first, don't rush it. Once you feel that you're somewhat standing, see if you can maybe begin to extend the leg that you're binding under. Wherever you are, take a step towards the front of the mat, squaring up your feet in Samasthiti as you find your way back to mountain and begin to play with your salutation. Big breath in, take standing back bend, exhale to fold forward, pausing in the fold. Step back your right leg and your left, pausing in plank, nice and parallel to the mat, core working, arms working, legs working. Bend your knees, work your modified chaturanga down onto the belly, lead from cobra to up dog. Press on the tops of your feet, find your down dog. Maybe try to anchor to the heel. Actually, the legs should start to feel really good, so the down dog should feel easier every time. Pick up the right leg, and then the left. Hands to heart center. Keeping your legs in parallel, we can push back into a modified chair. Keeping your hands to pray in front of your heart. You're going to think bum and heels bearing the weight of your body as you sit into Utkatasana chair. Then start to rotate right, trying to tuck your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Breathe back into your chair line, so weight is still into the bum of your heel. You're going to try to lunge, step back. You can drop your hands to the mat if your balance is off. You're going to give me a high lunge back, your toes tucked under, and something to push weight into that back leg so that the weight distribution feels equal on the two legs. The whole time you're pushing actively into those parts. Big breath in. Take a rotate to the right. See if you can hook your elbow to the outside of the lead knee. Find your way back to center. Trying to keep your hands in place and placing them on the mat. You're going to lunge step back into your chair. So nice and loading through those legs. They're going to be speaking to you. Breathe your way all the way up. For a salutation. Big breath in. Take a standing back in. Exhale to fold forward and forward. Step the left leg back and then the right. Finding your way to plank and pausing. Relax your knees, your shins and your feet. Chaturanga down. Find cobra. Breathe into up dog. Stay on the tops of your feet as you find the down dog pose. You feel that delicious stretch into the feet. And then start to tuck the toes of the feet under. Anchor down, start to lay down to the feet. And hold your down dog. Step up the left leg and then the right. Find your way ragdoll style back into your standing position. Feet are parallel underneath your hips. You're going to find your chair. Utkatasana. Push the weight back into your bum and your heels as you take a seat. Hands are actively pressing. Elbows are starting to track wide. See if you can twist and hook to the outside of your left knee. Keep the weight into your bum and your heels. Keep those legs working. Lead your way back to center, still keeping the chair. See if you can lunge back. Drop your hands to the mat if you need to. Find your high lunge. So from Utkatasana, you're pushing back into that back heel. Keep your hands and your elbows active within your high lunge. Make sure that you're sending weight to that back heel so you're not leaning forward. Let's twist towards the lead leg and you're trying to hook the right elbow to the outside of your left knee. See if you can find your way back to center. Still holding the lunge line. Hands stay in prayer or hands to the floor. You're going to take a little step up, trying to come back into your chest, but constantly loading through the legs. Hands to heart center as you breathe up. Find the salutation. Low back bend. Exhale to fold forward, pausing. You stretch into the lower back. Step back your right leg and then your left. Let's try a full chaturanga, or you can use the knees. Bending the elbows, bringing it down to halfway. Find your way into cobra, breathe seamlessly into up dog, and then down dog. So starting to move with more fluidity between the cobra and up dog and the down dog. Step up one leg at a time, finding your way back to the front of the mat. Feet up, hands to heart center. We're going to find our way into a low lunge from here, and we're going to float the hands overhead. So start to lunge step back on the left, dropping the back knee to the floor, keeping the toes tucked under, and find Anyande Asana, crescent lunge by facing the hands over. Then sweep the hands back behind you as you come into a hamstring stretch. At first, you quite a lot of distance between the bum and your head, so you've more or less got back hip stacking over the knee and a slight rounded cat-like frame to your body as you sweep the arms behind you, thinking front heel on the floor with the toes to the side. Now find your way back into the low lunge and give me a cactus line this time through the arms. Thinking of a slight lean forward so you're feeling quite an awesome stretch into that back hip flexor. Elbows staying at our shoulder height, so don't drop them towards your waist. So keeping that nice high Mexican cactus line. Then start to think scarecrow. So start to drop the hands down as you find your way back into a hamstring stretch. Maybe this time coming midway between your hip line and the back heel. And you've got your chin closer towards your knee. Find still a slightly almost cat-like frame to the back. Then lead your way back into your low lunge and twist the hands behind you if you can, or just think Titanic and sweep the arms behind you. Try to keep the fisted line as you push back. This time trying to sit back on the back heel and hold your balance. Keep the balance as well. Maybe place fingertips on the mat to just help keep you seated without falling at that back heel. Alright, from here we're going to find our way back to the front. So into the low lunge, fingers to floor, stepping up. Ragdoll style, peel back up, restacking, realigning your body. Hands to heart center. Let's run through this meditation. Big breath in, and you're standing back here. Exhale to fold forward. Step back to the left, leg in the right. Step up your flank. Chaturanga down, using the knees or round knees. Find your way onto the belly. Breathe from your cobra into your up dog. Transition seamlessly into your down dog and forward. Step up the left leg and then the right. Lead up, right dog style, hands to heart center. We're going to lunge, step back into a low lunge, leading with the left leg in front. Start to lunge back, tuck the back toe under, relax the knee to the floor, and then open up the arms so that it almost feels like you're trying to frame the ears on either side as you find the full expression of Anyande Asana, crescent lunge. Then sweep the arms behind you as you start to extend the front leg. We're playing the first on a high start. Hip stacking over the back knee with a slight cat frame to the body. So you're thinking hollow belly, rounded back. Lead your way back into your low lunge this time, coming into a cactus line. Trying to keep those elbows nice and high, not shoulder height. Opening up generously to the chest and here. Bringing the shoulder blades closer together behind your back. And think scarecrow as you start to drop the arms down. Leaning back a little bit further off the center line. So now you're halfway between your hip line and that back heel. Still a little bit of a cat stretch, so still thinking hollow belly, rounded back. Toes of the lead leg are looking up to the sky. Then big low lunge, find a fisted line, or just keep the arms sweeping behind. Twisting the two hands is not working for you today. Try to keep a fisted line as you find your hamstring stretch. Ardha Hanumanasana. This time, trying to step back, bumping your. You're going to feel an awesome toe breaker stretch If you are able to slip back onto here, so you're going to feel a stretch behind each toe, you're going to feel a stretch into the arch of your foot, you're going to condition into the ankle. Unbind your hands, maybe place them on the floor, take a little step up. We're going to come ragdoll style back into our salutation. Big breath in, take a beautiful back bend. Exhale to fold forward, pause in a delicious stretch. Maybe let's try to hop or step back into plank this time. Ratchet it up. Alright, full chaturanga or bend if you need to. Bring it down into the belly. This time come to hover off the floor. Just find your way into up dog. And then breathe into down dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Leg going up. Hands to heart center. Coming into a tabletop line. Floating the arms out in front. Then relaxing your hands to the mat and stepping or hopping back into a down dog directly. Ratchet it up. The legs should be nice and water. The down dog should feel a lot more intuitive. Hold your down dog. Let's begin to play on the right. Soften your right knee and pick up into the three-legged dog. Give me an active brace into both feet and try to square up through the shoulders and the hips. So there's no pop, there's no rotate. On the right, hold your three-legged dog. Tripada, Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Then think about how you're going to use this three-legged dog to set up a pigeon line. So you're going to start thinking knees to armpits on the right. You're going to start to rotate the leg in, either lining up near the ankle or tucking closer towards the peroneum as you relax both legs to the floor. Slide, walk, or creep that back leg away from you. Playing high in the pigeon, or maybe drop into the forearms. Or maybe you'd like to come into a full extension, thinking almost of taking a bow to the floor, relaxing your forearms softly to the mat and relaxing your forehead between the two hands. Play where you're comfortable, high, medium, or low in your pigeon line. Eka pada, raya pagotasana, one-legged pigeon. You could tuck a block underneath your right bum cheek if you find that you're dipping lower on the right side. So you're trying to keep a sense of evenness through the shoulders and the hips here. If you were low to the mat, find your way into your Sphinx-like line in the forearms, and then lead your way into an extended arm line, palms on the mat. We're going to find our way into a seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. If you've got a block underneath your right arm, you get out. Sit onto your right bum cheek, look over the back shoulder for that extended leg, reach for it, and then swing it and anchor the foot over your base knee. Wiggle, walk your bottom foot out of the line so that you've got space to sit, and start to twist towards your leading. Maybe you're hugging the knee in, maybe you're hooking the elbow and giving it a little stop sign, or maybe you'd like to work with an extended arm out. Wherever you decide to play with your arm, keep trying to have both bum bones anchored, so don't allow that bum cheek or that bum cheek to peel out off the mat. Keep looking for a sense of length and a slight twist through the spine as you peek over that back shoulder towards the back edge of your mat. Then untwist your trunk and use this plane to come into a gate line. So you're going to slide and extend the left leg. You're going to place the sole of the right foot on the inseam of the left leg, giving me a soft little forward fold here. Maybe you're reaching fingers to floor, fingers to shin. Maybe you're reaching with one or with two hands for the toes, or maybe the whole ball of your foot and you're tugging back. Maybe you've got a strap that you're placing around the foot. Just hold the soft little forward fold here in your modified baby line. Taking head to knee, Yam Sukhasana. Just take a few deep breaths here, trying to breathe nice and deep into the right hand side of your ribs. Then peel up and think about how you're going to use this gate line to find your way into a modified living line. Alright, so you're going to place your hands on the floor. You're going to swing your extended leg behind you, so you're almost thinking pigeon, As you find the pigeon line, you're going to tuck your back toe under, bring the knee up to the floor. Then you're going to step your right leg out to the outside of your right hand. Slaying the foot softly out at about 45. Staying there with the whole foot grounded for a few moments. Both hands on the mat if you can. Then maybe start to look towards the foot. Knife edge it, pause here. Then start to bring your right hand off the mat. Push the right knee away and hold. Either back knee off the floor, or you can relax the back of the shin and foot and give me a low level. You're going to find your way from your lizard line into a deep squat. So start to reconnect both hands to the floor, start to ground your front foot, still keeping the step out position. You're going to replicate your step out line on the left. Maybe keeping both hands on the floor, just pushing with your triceps, or maybe you'd like to come to a flare line or a cactus line through your arms. Just play with the arms and do what feels the most intuitive for you today. We're going to find our way from there to a soft forward fold and round to a stabilization. So when you're ready, hands to the floor, maybe starting to heel toe the legs back into parallel, finding a soft forward fold, push on up and up. Then soft knees as you ragdoll up, hands to heart center, and prepare for your salutation. Big breath in, take a standing back in. Exhale to fold forward into Uttanasana and hold. Then step or hop back into plank. Ratchet it up. Full or hop chaturanga to bring you down to hover off the floor. See if you can drag the weight forward over your wrists, coming into an up dog, and then transition into a down dog hold. Step or hop to the front of your mat, coming into a table fold, extending the arms in front. Breathe up, hands to heart center. Coming back into our table hold, maybe thinking of framing your ears on either side, trying to keep the weight equal on the balls and the heels of your feet, while giving me a long line, shoulder to hip. Then drop through the tabletop line, bend your knee if you need to hop or step back into the down dog. Legs should feel nicely warm, so the down dog should feel pretty good. So you can also stretch into the arms and the legs as you hold the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Alrighty. Let's ease into a three-legged dog. On the left, watch your shoulders, watch your hips, and try to keep it even as you can with the weight on both sides of your spine. There's no pop, there's no rotate on the left. Keep actively bracing into both feet. And then think about how you're going to use those three-legged dog to find the pigeon. So maybe start to think knee to armpits on the left. Start to rotate the foot in. Find the angle on the knee leg that works for you. Relax both legs to the floor. Wiggle, walk your back leg away. Square up through the shoulders and the hips. And settle into your pigeon. If you need to, place a block underneath your bum cheek on the left to support your frame. Stay high to the mat. Or maybe you want to play on the forearms. Or maybe you're feeling a longer line, wanting to take a little bow and relax your forehead to the mat. Wherever you decide to play, take a moment to close your eyes, connect to your inner gyroscope, think of what you're doing with the hips and the shoulders, and try to keep the weight equal on both sides so it doesn't feel like you're dipping lower on one side of your body. Hold here for a few quiet moments, trying to breathe nice and deep into the back and the sides of the ribs. Then ease your way back onto the forearms, if you will, in full extension. Then onto the palms. If you do have a block underneath your bum, feel it up. You're going to take a little squeeze into that bum. You're going to look over the right shoulder for the back leg, reach for it, swing it around. Wiggle, walk your bottom foot away so that you can ground both of the bum bones. And then just twist towards your lead leg. Maybe you're holding and hugging the thigh. Maybe you're hooking your elbow, or maybe you're extending the arm. Find the expression of Ardha Matsyendrasana, half-loaded fishes that works for you. Keep both bum bones anchored, keep a nice tall sense of spine, And keep working that soft rotation as you look over the back shoulder. While you're sitting in your little twist, think about how you're going to find your way to a modified gate line from here. Untwist your trunk, start to extend your top leg. Place the shoulder of your bent leg on the inside of your extended leg. Start to rotate through the trunk and lean forward. Maybe fingers to floor, maybe fingers to thigh. Maybe you're looking for a bind around the toe with your little foot. Stay when you're comfortable. Think head to knee, Yoni Sukhasana, just something to relax your chest and your head, making it heavy to the knee. Breathe nice and deep into the sides and the back of your ribs. Keep the belly to spine position. So back that belly down and if you're trying to keep it to the spine. Take a few moments here. Then lead up into a high seat and think about how you're going to use this frame to find your way into a lizard line. Place both hands on the floor. Think pigeon first. So you're going to sweep your lead leg back, readjusting through the hips and the shoulders. Tuck the back toe under the knee off the floor. Then reposition your front leg, sticking out to the side of your left hand, angling out the foot at 45. Keep both hands on the floor. Try to hold the high lunge or you can go to the back knee. Start to look towards that lead leg. Knife edge, pause here. Then bring your left hand off the floor and start to push the knee away. Look for more strength. Hold. Then re-anchor both hands. Re-anchor the lead foot. Keep the step out position and come into a deep squat, Malasana, by stepping up the sleeping leg. Maybe hands on the floor. Maybe hands to prayer. Or maybe cactus. Actively using your triceps and maybe your elbows to push those two knees away, trying to drop your pelvis nice and low to the floor. And those legs are as wide or as narrow as you need to. If your heel don't come off the floor, you can maybe keep a little heel off the mat. You could even tuck a little block underneath the heel if you need to. Or take a block and use it to sit into, resting the weight of your bum bones into the back. Right, we're going to run through one last salutation. And we'll do right and left. Place your hands on the mat, heel toe in. Find your squared up position, ragdoll up. Hands to heart center for a full salutation round. Big breath in, take a back bend. Exhale to fold forward. Step or hop back into plank. Chaturanga down, full or half. Breathe into up dog. Transition into down dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Ragdoll back up, hands to heart center. Big breath in, take a back bend. Exhale to fold forward. Step or hop back into plank. Chaturanga down. Pull or hop, actually ratchet it up if you can. Drag your weight forward over your wrists. Find your up dog. Lead, transition into down dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Holding a forward fold. We're going to pause here. Hands on the mat if you can. Or your shins for the tops of your thighs. If the back side of the legs is nice and sufficiently warm, and you can easily reach the foot, try to invert the hands and maybe take a little walk past your ankle line. So ending in an inversion with the blood pooling in your head, reversing the blood flow in the body. Notice what you're doing with your weight. Try to even out the weight between the balls and the heels of your feet. Then peel into the table, hold from here, reaching the arms along the length, and then trying to pause here for a bit, starting to allow the blood to gently begin to trickle back down. And then easing your way to a full stand. As you fully stand, start to heel toe the feet in. Coming into a narrow mountain, Tadasana, begin to squeeze the energy between your thighs together. Tilt the pelvis to the 12 o'clock position. Look for that lengthening in the lower back. Bring your hands to heart center. Maybe closing your eyes for a moment, just to end with the practice of gratitude. If you find that closing the eyes and trying to stand still makes your body sway too much, you can just give me a half mask, half closed eyes, and keep your gaze softly on the room in front of you. Look for a few moments of quiet tranquility. Thank yourself for ratcheting things up today. End of your practice by tapping maybe your chin or your nose to your fingers on the word Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me today. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time, goodbye.